After paying your bills, you find yourself having to cut corners just to make it until your next paycheck. We've all been there. But these people from Extreme Cheapskates have taken being thrifty too far. We've compiled 10 wildest money-saving techniques from the show. Make sure you have a doggy bag nearby. These money-saving hacks can get a little crazy. Number 10, Roy Haynes. Roy Haynes wouldn't be the last person on the show to reuse paper towels, but he would be the first and the most adamant. Showing us around his home, Roy showed us the intricate way he'd wash them by rinsing them clean and hanging them up to dry. But this wasn't the worst thing he did. He recounted a story where he fed his wife candy at the theater that he dug out of the trash without telling her. Number 9, Kate Hashimoto. Like others on the show, Kate is determined to save as much money as humanly possible. She gets her food and furniture secondhand by rummaging through her neighborhood dumpsters and refuses to use a washing machine, instead washing her clothes by hand in the shower. Worst of all, she doesn't use toilet paper. We can't describe the process in the video, but we wonder whether the hassle of cleaning yourself without TP is worth saving $5 a month. Number 8, Jeff Yeager. Jeff, the ultimate cheapskate Yeager, is infamous for eating a roasted goat head on his episode of Extreme Cheapskates. But his questionable dinner habits don't stop there. Jeff goes so far to save money, he buys the cheapest box wine he can find and reuses premium wine bottles by funneling the cheap wine into the expensive container. Like the wife of Roy Haynes, Jeff's wife gladly drinks the wine without any knowledge of his schemes. Jeff has turned his overly thrifty lifestyle into a brand, writing multiple books and even having a website. More power to you, Jeff. Number 7, Victoria Hunt. You wouldn't expect a millionaire to be featured on a show about the most cheap people on the planet, and yet Victoria Hunt's thriftiness landed her a spot on the Extreme Cheapskates despite her vast wealth. She lives in a minimalist home that's almost completely absent of furniture, and if you saw her on the street, her clothing choices would make you think homeless woman, not self-made millionaire. She also never flushes the toilet, instead opting to fill up jars when she needs to go to the bathroom. Yuck. Number 6, going hunting. Anyone who's gone hunting knows how rewarding of an experience it can be. Vicky, from Extreme Cheapskates, knew how great it could feel when while on the road, she ran over a wild animal. Instead of doing what most normal people would do and leaving it on the road, she decided she'd save on her food budget, brought it home, and prepared it for her family. While some of us have eaten game we've hunted, Vicky just took it to the next level. Number 5, budget of $0. When the show followed Terrence, we didn't know it was possible to have a budget of virtually $0. But Terrence showed us exactly how he did it. He buys no furniture for his house and never eats out. Cutting fast food is a common trick when trying to save on food, but Terrence wanted to save money without giving up the luxury. Instead, he goes to restaurants and picks the leftovers of others. When he takes his family out to eat, they just hunt for plates that haven't been picked up by servers. Number 4, digging for food. Kate Hashimoto gave all of us a lesson when she showed us her best tips for dumpster diving. An activity usually restricted for those without jobs or homes, Kate happily does it to save some cash. She goes dumpster diving right after restaurants close to ensure she gets only the freshest goods. After a night on the prowl, she usually ends up with a grocery bag filled with food and a smelly outfit. Number 3, Ben Livingston. The Texas-based artist has redefined living on a budget. While he's not the only one to refuse to buy a filter or drinking water, he also refuses to drink from the tap. Instead, he drives up to the local creek and fills empty cups for later. We question whether it's saving on the water bill by wasting the gas required to drive up to the creek, but these cheapskates aren't exactly famous for their foolproof logic. Number 2, cornstarch. Ben Livingston is taking 2 top 3 spots on this list for his jaw-dropping levels of cheapness. While we all appreciate a good life hack on how to save money, we firmly believe some form of underarm protection is necessary for the sake of all of us. Ben, of course, chose to stop buying deodorant and instead applied cornstarch all over his body to beat the heat. While it might have cooled him off, it didn't stop the stench that the rest of us have to deal with. Number 1, the Rustmobile. We didn't plan for Ben to take the top 3 spots of this list, but we're not kidding when we say we have never seen another person go to such extreme lengths to save money. One look at Ben's rickety car will show you just how committed he is to living a bohemian life. The astounding part is that Ben has the money to afford a better vehicle, and we're sure something new would give him better mileage. But he opts to drive his old clunker that at this point can't exactly be street legal. That's all the time we have for today. What did you think of the list? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to drop a like and ring that subscriber bell to stay up to date on our future videos. We're going to go ahead and play a game of Tetris. See you in the next video.